to the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast infused with hip hop. I am Wood.
Made daily with organic, farm to table, localized, neuralized, sterilized, Scotch guarded for 2020 repellent, available online, shipped via not available on site yet. Broken Pencil Logic. You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
We gotta have the right energy, Suave.
Hey, yo.
This one right here.
This right here?
Yeah, we gotta have the right
light.
Chronic light.
Yeah, say, man. Hey, man. Say, man.
Hey,
now, say that. Do you know I can see you? That part. Where them records at?
Oh man, today's date. I don't even know we did the date last week, but today's date.
I bet everybody remember though.
Boy, I got an echo.
Do you remember? That's inappropriate. You've got to do better than what you're doing.
Today's date, Wednesday, August the 6th. Yeah, my lord.
Yeah, my lord.
I said, yeah, my lord.
Yeah, my lord.
2025.
I got 5 on it.
Got it good. Yo, I know it was something that we missed last week.
What's that?
Before we get into the business of what it is this week, because we got a lot to discuss. Get well shouts out to one Marcus Alexander Buff Bagwell, who recently had an above the knee leg amputation.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So I didn't read a lot into it. Does it have anything to do with the calf implants that went like sideways?
It just said leg injury. That's all I saw. Yeah, so I don't know what that it very well could have been. I have no idea. Either way, man, that's rough. But
guys and gals, love the body you were born with, please.
Every picture that I've seen with him post surgery has been chef's kiss. He's had, high spirits. He was smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain things you can't hide, and that's genuine love for being alive at this point. So shouts out to Buff Bagwell. Very entertaining part of our your late high school, my early college days.
Buff is the stuff.
Buff is the stuff.
Hey, keep the morphine rolling, baby.
Sherwin Vega Pro Audio, one of our sponsors, SherwinVega.com. Henry, Gary, what up? For your Pro Audio, Bluetooth, home audio, car audio, marine audio, swap.
All of that.
Where the marine? Where we at?
On a boat.
On a boat. Got the nautical joints. The motorcycle audio, power sports, SherwinVega.com, BPBC, throw it in the cart, 10% off. Boom. You're welcome.
Hey, wait, since we on a boat, I know you never want to be on a boat when this happens, but it fits.
I'm assuming that said tsunami.
It did.
Yeah, it's not coming through.
What? All right, hold on. Here we go.
There you go.
How about that?
70 years of pro sound with Sherwin Vega Pro Audio. This echo is terrible.
The hippo.
Echo.
Oh.
No Amazon.
That's unfortunate. Now you did all that to bleep it in the intro, only to mention them during the setup of the show.
Absolutely, my bad. But it's not stopping me from hearing myself twice, though.
Check your settings and clear cookies. My God.
Help me understand why I have an echo, though.
Try this.
Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I do what I can. I'm able to, leap into action in a pinch.
Pause. Hey, yo.
I don't think you might have jumped the gun on that one. I don't know. We have to check with the judges.
The Russian judges?
Nah, don't rush me. You can't rush perfection. You can't rush perfection or greatness. I will not allow you to bully me. You see my shirt? My shirt say profits are up, even though, man, they are not taking care of my folk up there.
Man, I don't.
Bruh.
Do we even want to talk about SummerSlam?
I mean, we can talk about it. Okay, so look, I listened.
Hold on. What you got, real quick?
What it is?
VitaHermosaCigars.com. Vita Hermosa Cigars, premium cigar experience. We were tonight in Cottleville, Missouri, acting a donkey. Shouts out to my partner Rob Liggins out there holding it down for us. We will be in Little Rock, Arkansas, actually North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Now,
this coming Saturday, August the 9th, year of our Lord. 2025th. Yeah. 5 on it. Yeah. All that there. Where do I go with this? The schedule's packed. St. Louis is 2 more events coming up this month. Once I get the information, I will give that over to you as far as the exact dates. I had a wrong date for the Soul Picnic in Cary, North Carolina. That date is actually Saturday, August the 16th.
Okay, cool.
Get your tickets now. That is, if you are within driving distance and have a place to stay, or a place to crash, or even an SUV with bed space, I highly recommend you hop your ass in the car, get to Cary, North Carolina, look up Soul Picnic, Coca Booth Amphitheater, Saturday, August the 16th. Vita Hermosa Cigars, the stick pick. We will be there in full force.
Hop in the whip. Go see some. Live your life. Live your life.
Skip skirt. Skip skirt. Skibbity skeet skirt. There it is. Skibbity skeet skirt.
Oh, now that's pause.
That's hey, yo.
Pause. Hey, yo. No, what I was saying about SummerSlam, I went back and listened to the.
Hold on. Vita Hermosa Cigars is beautiful life. Now, go ahead.
Wait, indeed it is. You gotta. Hey, where's your follow through?
Vita Hermosa Cigars. It's a beautiful life.
Indeed it is.
tinyurl.com/bpbc merch. There's new heat on there.
No price hikes here.
Boy,
there's new heat and there's more coming. So by the time you see this episode, there's a possibility that there could be even more shirts available.
Crazy work going on, right?
Backpacks, workout shirts. Look, we got that work. If you whatever you want, the logo or whatever. Look, if you have an idea for us, tell them where they can hit us up, please.
Show brokenpencilbc.com. brokenpencilbc@gmail.com. Yeah. That's at brokenpencilbc on all things social. At brokenpencilbc on what?
Everything. And everything.
Now, SummerSlam, Street Profits.
This is before we even get to the Street Profits. I listened back to the episode. You know who ain't gonna win when we finally got to the to the predictions. We got so much wrong about this show for the right and wrong reason. That's first. Secondly, I don't think we quite understand how much impact Unreal had on what we saw Saturday and Sunday.
Man, as much as we unpacked that show in almost real time, less than 48 hours, we unpacked the 5-show season of Unreal.
Right.
I don't think either one of us had any iota of an expectation for what we got versus as blowback and or curtailing of Unreal at such a fast time.
And for those of you who didn't necessarily catch what we said about the documentary packaging, it validated a lot of the thoughts we have on this show about what the room looks like. It also gave us a look into who's responsible when things and decisions get made, who all was involved with these decisions, and who actually pulled the proverbial trigger on making certain things happen. So the internet probably owes a couple of people some apologies, namely Dwayne Johnson. I'm not quite I'm not convinced that Travis Scott needs an apology, but he certainly don't need the shade he getting.
Bruh. So that was the one thing that we completely left off of last week's episode for this very reason.
Yes.
It was to see how it plays out. One thing that you should never do is give free press to bad energy, because that news travels faster than good. It takes 10 attaboys to remove one all shit.
Bad news will beat you home.
Louder, Suave. Much
bad
louder.
news will beat you home.
That's a jewel. And speaking of jewel,
I can't even take that one. I got that from Jay Prince, and he was talking about something completely different.
Speaking of jewels,
yeah,
there's an old saying that goes, pressure bursts pipes or creates a diamond.
Facts.
Something tells me they were plugging floodwaters behind Unreal, because I don't see no jewelry coming out of this one.
So it because it answered too many questions, and it wouldn't make any sense if there's two opposing sides to this whole thing. There's what I almost want to refer to now is, like, privately we had this conversation, Timu Dana White. And then
that conversation is coming a little later.
Yeah, and then the other guy in charge, if they're butting heads like we have kind of been led to believe and kind of seen evidence of, Unreal doesn't happen like that.
Unreal does not hold weight because you have someone with exponential higher power listening to an idea that becomes an order.
Exactly.
And you have that person, the person with more power, signing off on it and making it a shinier version of the package that you present, all for it to go away. And something else that we never saw coming. I never saw. Last week we saw two firsts, Suave.
What's that?
The first, here's your daily acknowledgement. The first, which we talked about on the show, was the creation of the tribal thief who now owns the Shula Fala.
Hey, look, they did right by my boy Bronson. They put him in the game. They did everything but call him the power line. They came out, shoes around the neck, like you said, well, around Heyman's neck. They handled business.
That's number one.
They did exactly what they were supposed to. Yes.
Number two, something else we never saw coming. When we turned on SmackDown and saw black and white John Cena walk out to the ring,
bruh,
no one could have ever put this on their bingo card,
fam,
that we would have seen a full-blown face turn from Backlash from an online show or an over-the-top show without one punch being thrown.
Nobody came out of that looking better. And here's why. Number one, if you watch Unreal, you get a real-time explanation as to why The Rock was even there. Basically, according to Nick Khan, so everything we're just repeating the information we're given. So if it is untrue, that means someone's lied along the way. We're assuming what we're told because in this situation is the truth. Unreal. Nick Khan says The Rock was involved with Elimination Chamber essentially because they thought tickets were moving slow. You needed a shot in the arm.
Yeah.
Which means this is an idea that you came up with and booked on the fly. Everybody agreed to it, which means no one else. Now, the verbiage itself, that's a creative issue. I would assume if we already have proof that they're operating in cooperation with each other. So the whole sell or buy my soul, that's a collective situation. That's not The Rock coming up with stuff on the fly. They actually mentioned buying his soul in the creative build-up part.
Tragedy.
So The Rock's only involved because they need a boost ticket sale wise. They book this angle on the fly, and they cooperate with the major players to make this happen. How Travis Scott became involved, we know because of whose client he is. But at the same time, why did you include him in the process? Again, if you had not vetted him as a potential in-ring competitor, if he hadn't done any training, he hadn't been at the PC, if he had merely just given you the idea that I might want to do this, that's not a reason to get put in the top main event angle of WrestleMania season. It's not. I don't care how you like whoever signed off on that, that's negligence.
With your biggest draw, this side of the person who's aside you.
It's just
I dare say ever, because 20 years worth of, well, actually 23 years worth of revenue far usurps the off and on 10 years that the right hand or that the left hand had for the company too. So
right, so it didn't make sense to carry it out that way. You did it because you thought you were going to be able to pull in another part of the culture. So if that's the case, that's you being greedy.
Number one, that's being greedy. Number two, never expect more from someone than you're willing to give yourself. Triple H knows he can never set foot in a WWE ring in character as a competitor again. It will really be his last match. It can be argued, but if we can say for argument's sake, it will really be his last match if that ever happened.
Look,
Travis Scott was never built for this. To think that you're going to pull him in, give him a one shot, let him do what he did to Cody, and tell him you're training him for a lick back.
You thought you had another Bad Bunny on you. What? Okay, so look, call Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny. Here's
a better idea. You don't even have to call Bad Bunny if you go back to Puerto Rico. But we don't want to talk about what's real, what money look like, do we?
Different. Look, again, we watched Unreal. We saw the people who are in charge. We know what's missing from the room. So now we have validation of what we've been saying on this show for quite some time.
And look. So there's truth in advertising. Look at the lower thirds here. There's money on the table.
Right.
I'm going to tell you this, friend to friend.
Yeah.
Friend to friend.
Okay.
I need you, pencil pusher. I need you to go to Peacock and go watch SummerSlam. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. Just take a day, watch the first one, take another day, watch the second day.
That's crazy.
Because we're not going to tell you what happened because of why we're here today to give you this show. You have a limited window for which you can do things for as low as you're doing them for before the price goes up.
Meanwhile, over here in this lower third, you'll see that there are no price hikes here. And if you'll indulge us and go to tinyurl.com/BPBC merch, we will give the gift of broken pencil logic to you for a nominal fee. Soon to be a phenomenal fee. We will slice off some of this broken pencil knowledge and put it on your plate.
We like the kind that jingle, but prefer the kind that fold. Please tip your bartender at the door.
Close the doors.
Open up your hearts.
Close the doors. No, Usher, close the doors.
Where's Uncle Baby Billy when you need him?
All I'm asking for is for $2 million and an 8-ball.
It carries the COVIDs.
Man, Uncle Baby Billy is goaty. Do you hear me?
He gonna get his own show. He got to get his own.
Damn nanny. Yes, he does need a spinoff. Baby Billy absolutely needs us.
The way he turned into Gator on that last season.
Fam. Look, Mr. Goggins, we thank you for all of your contributions.
Yeah, Walter Goggins is an Apollo legend.
That's facts.
All right.
Yeah, but Unreal was unreal, and SummerSlam was what it was, and we got a whole lot of stuff we didn't want. We got a whole lot of stuff we didn't need, and a couple things we did like. And we told you about Seth Rollins. We spared no expense to let you know that the knee injury felt like a work, and they were taking him off television because you really didn't have anything for him to do until it was time to cash in.
We wished him a speedy recovery because that's what we do.
And at this point now, I understand CM Punk was always the main character.
Also understand this too. And I don't know, I'm sure we mentioned this on the show. If the injury happens in Atlanta and the very next show that he's on happens in Birmingham, and there is no visit to Dr. Andrews' office in Birmingham, and no video footage of the visit to the office at Dr. Andrews' office in Birmingham.
I'm under the impression he saw Dr. Andrews, but they didn't put together that normal video package they do.
He probably went to shake his hand and say, ha, 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 ha. Dressed like a bad one.
He might have, Maybe they just cleaned some stuff out of there. Maybe it's just like, a vacuum seal type situation.
And if I'm not mistaken, he got not one but two shots with Rich Eisen. One with the knee brace on, one without.
I mean, look.
Go get some paper, man.
We knew it was coming. So, I mean, execution-wise, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Anticipation for that execution, 2 out of 10. and that's just being 100%.
On the flip side,
yeah,
what we did not ask for, Michael Cole had probably the line of the night when Brock Lesnar's music hit, because it was the same phrasing for everybody, whether you were on 10, elated for the return thereof, or whether you were on 1, like, we didn't ask for this. The reaction was the same. Holy shit.
That part. So what now? The peek behind the curtain, the conversation that Wood and I had was the stipulation is for someone to interfere, and that's what's going to cause the finish. To which we thought they would be able to patch up everything from WrestleMania season and the Unreal documentary in one felt swoop just by having The Rock get involved.
I was 100% positive Cody was turning heel.
That was on the table.
The crowd turned on him early, a la Good Try Terry and Rock in Toronto,
because they wanted the other Cena back, because this heel turn experiment has been tragic. It's had high spots and little points in there, but overall, 4 out of 10. I even had the card on the table that Cena is a swerve, where he led Cody to think he was going to becoming a good guy. Rock shows up and causes him to lose, and Cena doubles down on being a heel. I even had that option. Then the option that I kind of thought might have happened, but I didn't really think they had the sack to pull the trigger on, is what we got. And here's why I see and I feel and I almost know that this was overcompensating for WrestleMania season and the Unreal documentary now that everything is public. I felt like it was an overcompensation move because you had a better spot to put him in, and you didn't. You used him here because we're about to pivot. We've admitted that the heel turn was, a bust. We're going to go back to the other version of Cena, and we need somebody else from the greatest hits menu to replay their part in this whole thing. So now we're going to see if we get SummerSlam 2014.
This is if there was a greatest hits menu of things that I never have to eat off the menu again, this should have been the number one option.
Like, Okay, for nostalgia purposes, I get why Lesnar Cena is a thing,
especially at SummerSlam.
Facts. So start that if you've been watching WWE for any length and period of time, you do understand the synergy. Here's what I'm saying. Seth Rollins now is at the helm of the hottest faction in WWE, not because of anything he's done, but because of what the other two have done to raise their stock in his absence.
3.
Looking for 3.
You cannot get rid of the GOAT in this conversation.
You can't, but he didn't do anything to go stock up. He's just stock up. Stock.
Oh, so he's the top. He's at the top, but he can't go any higher.
If he goes any higher, somebody's getting fired. That's all I'm saying. So y'all take that and do what you want to with it. These bars are free and everybody can get one.
Sometimes they write themselves.
That's all I'm saying. So what Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, the power line, have done to raise their stock in the absence of Seth Rollins should be studied for years to come.
Braun.
I don't even want to call them. They've earned the right to not be called Braun now.
But the power line, I really like that.
I mean, because it fits in so many different ways. The reason I came up with it, plus the reason that they could apply to it because of what Seth wants to do with the faction. Power, something in control.
As long as you don't call it dog water. I mean,
come on, bro. Yeah, don't call it dog water or dog food. But he's at the helm of a 3-man group that is the hottest heel faction in WWE right now.
Do you grow them?
If you grow them, it's probably going to be with Becky Lynch, like in the Medusa role, the Medusa-esque role. I don't know if you grow it with another guy, because Reed and Breaker have elevated so much in the last month.
If they don't have the tag titles by Survivor Series, something's wrong.
It just seems like a bad idea if they don't. But I will say Finn and JD cut a really dope promo on Raw that makes them seem like a really competent tag team. So,
hey, not for nothing. I don't know if you realize this. Outside of Liv and Raquel, I think JD and Finn are in the top 3 tag teams in WWE right now in terms of the amount of tag team titles that they've held as as a duo.
So 1 and 2 will be the Usos and New Day, right?
Yeah. I
mean, it's possible they have played hot potato. Where are the War Raiders? Are they hurt?
I could have swore. I don't know.
Haven't seen them in weeks. I was never a fan of taking the titles off of New Day only because I felt like if you were going to turn New Day heel in the way you did, you needed something important for them to do. They're making the most of their television time. Problem is they're not being written into the script in a prominent enough of a role.
Meanwhile, back in the Legion of Doom, Austin Theory has been excommunicated from WWE TV, and Grayson Waller is
reportedly he's injured. So if the injury is true and it's not made up, that's who you would have pulled into Seth's group. That would have been the 4th guy. To me.
Speaking of Raw and backstage, other scuttlebutt before we get into the real news of the week. Is Karrion Kross and Scarlett's deal up this weekend?
We'll know next Monday. I don't understand, unless there's some sort of a personal vendetta, how you get to a point where you let somebody get that over on your television and then don't lock them up.
No. Get that over on television. Have the 3rd of 3 matches with someone where the storyline only matters to those 2, and God bless Sammy because he deserves better than that.
That's another one we got wrong because I just knew they were gonna give Cross the win.
You would think, regardless of, because we didn't know this going into SummerSlam about the contract situation.
Even still, it's like, okay, you're right. If we had known about the contract, we probably would have said something different.
Right.
Probably.
But the fact that Cross won, and if this is real,
and he owns his name, and everybody likes that name better.
He owns Killer Cross.
That's what I mean. Everyone who likes him likes that name better. So when he leaves, he's stock up automatically.
He's already changed his Twitter back to that.
Say, bro.
He did that Monday.
Either there's a potential that we're getting worked again,
boy,
or he's on his way to Jacksonville.
Because I'm glad I just
Tony
said
Khan,
that.
that's the guy I'm taking. And mainly because for this reason, it's a contract expiration, not a firing. He can literally walk across the street. Speaking of walking across the street, look what you've done to R-Truth with all this nonsense you pulled off.
Wait, so where is Ron Killings? Number one.
In catering, considering what they just did, he can't even get his lick back.
And here's something that was pretty ominous, and we didn't understand why until the end of SummerSlam Night 2. Post-match, post-show, was outside in the parking lot with absolutely no press room. And they spun it as if it's some cool new, let's get the fans what they want and let them see their people. And they brought out the winners of every match, which is that's commendable to do that.
Right. But
Sunday you have the equivalent of an Extreme Rules pay-per-view minus one match, which happened to be Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles, which could have easily been an Extreme Rules type of match because it was an homage to Eddie and Ray from 2005, but I digress. You have so many questions, especially considering who came out last. The last thing you wanted to do was address the public or the media asking questions that the public wants to know the answers to, such as what's up with Janelle Grant.
Hey, let's just call bullshit where we see it. Even in those situations where those press scrums, which I feel like were absolute trolling of AEW. They were interesting in the fact that you got to have those type of conversations with the talent. However, dealing with as much PR and entertainment backstage situations as you and I have, and you and I even currently do, we know that people and questions in that environment are vetted, if not outright planted. Nobody's getting asked anything that hasn't already been approved. Nobody's getting credentials to get into that room.
And deviation therefrom and therefore thereof and henceforth. While in that room will cause you excommunication and the burning down of your own building.
Facts. You went to sleep in the tub.
And somebody tossed a toaster in that bitch.
Right, it's career suicide. Even as ridiculous as it sounds, we know better. If we were allowed in that space, number one, that means somebody's been watching. Number two, the person that's been watching has finally gotten the sack to say, you know what, let's give these guys a shot.
Because they know the propensity to go off the rails is there, but we know, without even having to talk to each other prior to, during, or after, that we will protect our brand before we burn it down.
Actual factuals. Shout out to the social media team in Stanford and the production team. Yes, we do know you.
We see you seeing us.
We see you. Just know that we play it safe enough. Now, that's that.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, like I like that press conference format more this whole college game day type setup that they have for the post show now.
I kind of felt like that was like a subtle jab too.
Well, hell, considering some of the news that's come out
Don't
in the last
worry.
couple of days,
Coming.
the college game day setup is crazy. But I mean, you still have some opportunity for some moments to come out of that. Because look, Jey Uso, anytime he gets behind a mic after a show, you have an opportunity.
You have an opportunity, and that's also a problem. You should know better by now.
listen, man. Look, Jay makes it interesting. Now, everybody else, they may not play the game quite the same way. I wasn't really a fan of Seth's parade, not because he didn't need to do it, but because I wasn't entertained by it. He didn't do anything that made me say, "Oh, that was funny." That was cool.
Like to call it vanilla would be a compliment.
Yeah, what's blander than bland? What's blander than like warm mayo?
Diet warm mayo.
Reduced fat warm mayo.
Fam.
Pause, yo. Hey, yo.
Fam. How can and maybe 20,000 fans saying this at one time, it does kind of make it sound muffled considering the moment, but you're smart enough to gauge this, but also way smart enough to spin this. The crowd was chanting, "We want Cross. We want Cross." Why did Triple H try to spin it as saying, "We want Brock"? They clearly said, "We want Cross."
Listen. I don't have any explanations at this point. I kind of feel like, again,
do you think he was a prisoner of the moment, or was he just trying to spin?
I say with him from now till forevermore, he is spin doctor. He is spin doctor, and I'm not giving him the benefit of doubt on nothing. I watched Unreal, so I know there is spin going on. So the spin in this case with the deflection of "We want Cross" means one of two things. One, either he has real life unreversible disdain on his name and he'll be unemployed by Stanford by this time next week.
The fact that he survived a separation and came back is crazy. Right.
Or this is all part of a bigger, more elaborate plan, and we're moving, and this would make the second or third major story used to work. I would say we're just moving into a new era of content. Like they peeled the covers back on what's air quotes real and who socializes with who. Like you've killed whatever kayfabe was before now. That doesn't exist anymore. But the open air work, until I come up with a better term for it, an open air work is crazy. Like Seth, open air work. This Karrion Kross situation has an opportunity to be an open air work, because I don't see what else you need for him to do in order to show you he has a connection with the audience. It's not that he's injured. It's not that he can't cut a promo. It's not that he can't wrestle. So what's the issue? Is it a personal one? If so, go to Jacksonville and get that bag. Facts. Like,
because it's the only place he hasn't been yet.
It's either Jacksonville or Japan, and I feel like Jacksonville's a shorter trip.
Yeah. I mean, considering he's married with no kids and his wife was on the road with him, I mean, it would make more sense.
Because if I'm New Japan, I would throw a huge bag at him simply because, like, you gotta do something to really reignite what's going on over there. Like, they've taken some blows with losses of talent. You need to do something. Otherwise, I mean, even though TNA is in bed with Endeavor, TNA is an option. MLW is an option. But I think we're at a point where it's big money or bust with him. Like, I think he's figured out his character. He's figured out how to present it on social media and on camera. If he not finna cash out and get this money, like, what's the point?
I would love to see another Karrion Kross Samoa Joe match with the way AEW produces those types of matches. I would love to see another Karrion Kross Samoa Joe match.
Karrion Kross getting to do 20 and 30-minute matches on a regular basis might be a psychology dream. Karrion Kross working a program with CM Punk.
I just hope that if he does leave, that he does not fall into the abyss that Miro did.
That's the only thing that's not under his control.
I know.
That's the audience of one. And that's absolutely a conversation I would hold his feet to the fire to during negotiation. I'd be more concerned about that than the final dollar amount, because the final dollar amount just is what it is. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
The market's been set. It's like NFL free agency. The market's been set. And I'm fresh off them other people's TV. So when I show up to cut my introductory promo, I guarantee you it's going to be the highest rated segment on that episode. Because what I say will probably shake a building.
And if we've learned anything from the delaying of CM Punk, if this contract deal is real and he does decide to walk, Wednesday he needs to be the first thing people see and hear.
Yeah, I would not let, if we get to next Monday and there's no announcement of a new deal, we mess around and get, some type of breaking news Tuesday that he's been, his contract's expired. They're not going to re-sign and not going to figure out anything. Condos need to have sent that "Hey Big Head" text like yesterday.
Immediately. Hey Big Head with the jet and the front door.
That WYD ? Text. Like, you need to have sent that. You need to have somebody who knows somebody send that message and say, meet me over here behind the bleachers type action. That you need. That's it,
bro. Let's keep this pushing, because we here's the big one. Here's the big one for the week.
Okay.
We slow walked you on this journey.
What, Vince McMahon driving?
Stop it. Oh man. That man was doing 80 to 90 miles an hour in a Bentley.
Skirt.
And smacked up somebody.
Say, man. Thankfully, there were no casualties.
No casualties. But there was absolutely some injuries.
There's some victims. There's no casualties. So let us give thanks for no casualties. I don't think Vince will have any problem paying anyone.
That's the $1 billion man.
I take that back. He won't have any problems having the ability to pay anyone.
He's still the $1 billion man, Vince DiBiase.
Now look, what we've seen, he may not want to pay everybody,
as evidenced by him being the $1 million man, Vince DiBiase, $1 billion man, Vince DiBiase.
Because everybody's got a price. Exactly. So my advice for the victim is just don't go out like Virgil.
We rest in peace, Virgil. We woke up to news this morning that WWE will be
Virgil the character, not Virgil as the person, before anybody gets offended.
There you go. Rest in peace, Mike Jones. Not he, Mike Jones, but Mike Soul Train Jones.
Soul Train.
We woke up to news this morning that not only is ESPN for the umpteenth time relaunching their app, their over-the-top app, but WWE will be an integral part of this app. Now, Suave, when we talked today, I had one big question.
Yes.
Because the initial situation was they were talking about WrestleMania 43 will be part of the ESPN family of programming in 2026.
Right.
The question I had was, with this new price of $29.99 per month or $300 for the year, would that include all PLEs or just the big five? That's question number one.
Mm-hmm.
Which also doubles back to question number two. Will we pay an increase for the individual PLE on top of the monthly rate? And then I found out later.
Solid questions.
I found out later that if you are a current, and I hate to use this term, old school cable subscriber or adjacent, in your case, Wob, you are a streaming television subscriber,
professional cord cutter,
that includes ESPN.
Yeet.
I have a direct to home service that also includes ESPN.
Yeedlesburg to you.
PA. And both of these entities qualify for an authenticated non-paid version of said app that includes this content.
Oh.
That went from what the entire to, oh yeah, we up in this thing.
So like, all right, cool. So you said we woke up to what?
News.
We woke up to ESPN and WWE collectively playing with the thermostat. Like, just collectively playing with the thermostat and the checking the temperature of all fans across all situations. Because for those of you who are not in the know, ESPN is acquiring assets as they are currently dealing with like cultural relevancy life support. They have fired a huge contingency of on-air talent that represented a certain demographic, and they have replaced them with a lot of these other shows and formats are being canceled. Everything's being rewritten. They have a lot of money tied to a very few talent, and
they aren't the only ones, though, Suave.
They are not. They're not the only ones. They're just the only ones that have a connection to Disney.
Hulu.
Hulu is officially consolidating, and
with Disney.
They will be officially absorbed by Disney Plus. So there will be no standalone Hulu app. It will just be something that exists inside Disney Plus. That mouse wins again.
Haphazardly, Fox has an affiliation with Disney. However, they're doing their own spinoff to encompass all things Fox under one umbrella called Fox One.
Here's what I'll do. I'll give some game to those who aren't, maybe not know.
Hey man,
South Park did a special called The Streaming Wars. Go watch that and then come back and look and see what's going on. But I was saying all that about ESPN to say that they're also acquiring the NFL Network and NFL Red Zone, which means, if it means what I think it means, the NFL Network is going to suck now. And at some point, you're probably going to have to pay an additional fee to access NFL Red Zone for those of you who are football fans like myself. It's just getting real dicey, and I don't think everybody understands that with everyone coming in and grabbing their piece of the NFL pie and the WWE pie and trying to monetize that, and we're going to put this behind this paywall, we're going to put that behind that paywall. What you run the risk of doing is kicking off another digital revolution where you have millennials and younger who have active stripes in these internet streets to come out of retirement and start kick-doing all of these different situations and distributing the content that they want people to have.
There was a time.
The BitTorrent era.
We did not mind waiting until 11 p.m.
Bruh.
on a Sunday night.
We would completely miss an entire pay-per-view because we knew at some point before Monday morning that file was going up.
We had We had no social media.
None.
We had video games.
A lot.
And patience.
More than we have now.
All we had to do was find any copy of Grand Theft Auto, throw it on for them 4 hours with some music playing in the background.
Madden,
get some snacks. Madden live,
yeah.
Not 2K live.
Just get off the internet so you don't clog up the DSL.
Get some snacks.
That's it.
Wait till 11 o'clock.
And had you spent good money on your internet provider, it might not be an all-night.
You'd have been watching at 11:05.
Shout out to Nero. then burn the DVD. Shout out to Nero 6.
Yo, I got more news on this for you too, Suave.
What you got?
So we were talking about the idea of ESPN Plus. Adding an additional $30 on top of the monthly fee just so you can watch the PLEs, and it's specifically the Big Five: WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble is what we're talking about. Only one that we know confirmed for sure is going to be WrestleMania, but they're saying all PLEs moving forward will be as part of ESPN. Mm-hmm. Now, they did not mention ESPN Plus. This is from Mike Johnson of PW Insider. 10 PLEs or 10 pay-per-views included, as well as potentially the pre- and post-show broadcast. Some of the WWE events will also appear on ESPN's linear channels, but those events aren't announced and won't be announced anytime soon. What that means is, if there's an event that's on the ESPN app, it's possible that we will also see that on broadcast ESPN, as evidenced by all Cody Rhodes and Triple H visits onto ESPN networks today.
Almost makes you wish NXT hadn't got that deal with the CW network. Like,
bruh,
you could have seen NXT on ESPN. So
here, hold on. So here's what's not included.
All right, I'm listening.
As of now, as you said, NXT events, La Triple A, which Triple Mania 38 is coming up this next weekend on YouTube. Let that sit for a second.
Facts. That's crazy.
The WWE Network Archive, which includes World Class, WCW, and ECW, and AWA, what have you.
So that's still on the cock, right?
You and I talked about this. As of now, it's currently on Peacock, but it's currently also being moved with the WWE and WCW libraries to the vault section of their YouTube channel. They also plan to add ECW and other channels down the line to the YouTube. So it may be where it had been available on the WWE network during migration, but we got to figure out what happens when this Peacock deal ends, because it is coming to an end, and they have to figure out. Unlike any other migrations, like when they went from the MLB version of the WWE app to their own WWE app, and then to Peacock, every iteration of the WWE network, we lost content in the transition. The kids got left at the house during the divorce.
Right, and there's been a lot of doctoring of the content that we still have has been heavily doctored and edited. So I don't know,
to be more acceptable for current times. Which, if you put a precursor onto the like a warning onto each show, you get what you get.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. But we know that not to be the case. So now my wondering is moving some of that to YouTube a way to alleviate that stranglehold, or is it just yet another money grab? Like, let's generate money from this content being on YouTube. Like, I mean, what's the vibe here? Like,
if I'm not mistaken, the USA deal was in excess of $2 billion,
which I just read something about. SmackDown's tied to USA through 2029, so there will be no movement.
5-year deal. That started September 2024 to be exact.
5 piece.
And that also includes with USA. USA is part of the Comcast family of television networks, which includes Peacock, which also includes NBC, which means Saturday Night's Main Event also isn't going anywhere.
Okay.
Monday Night Raw just signed that. Was it a 5-year? Was it 5-year? It was a 10-year deal with Netflix at it was 5 years, $2 billion per year, $10 billion deal. Needless to say, Monday Night Raw ain't going anywhere.
It's just
and then this ESPN deal is allegedly worth $1.6 billion. So you said cash grab? Yeah, cash has been grabbed.
And I said those previous reports about the whole TKO situation not being as financially fruitful as maybe once thought. This probably should even that out or bring it very close to being in the black. I expect more money grabs to happen as this develops because, this is 2025. This takes place in 2026. There could be all sorts of movement between now and then that causes whatever we've been told today to not be true in January.
Now, you gave me a very interesting take. So far, we've had WrestleMania be moved from 1 to 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
We just saw our first SummerSlam that was 2 nights. What's next?
Reportedly, the Big Five, all of the Big Five, and for those of you who tell them what the Big Five are.
All right, in order, starting from the top, from the start of the season, it starts with Survivor Series, goes to Royal Rumble, then WrestleMania, then Money in the Bank, then SummerSlam.
The Big Five pay-per-views are all going to a 2-night stadium format.
So
reportedly.
So let's get this right. Survivor Series.
So that's where you get your number 10 from what you read earlier. 10 PLEs.
Oh shit.
Each night's a different PLE. So now remember what I said about the potential cash grab? The weekend pass for extra $10.
Hold on. Do you think, because this will not be limited to just ESPN? According to this, there will also be pay-per-view access. And it may change, but according to this, there will be a pay-per-view access as well.
I think that's always still been a thing because you do have some people who refuse to
adapt
get into the digital age. Yeah, they don't adapt, so they just buy individual pay-per-views.
$69.99 is a big 5 pay-per-view price with HD. Would you agree?
Sure, because like
for WWE,
absolutely, because you're not paying less than $100 for boxing.
So talk to me. All right,
for top tier boxing pay-per-views, you dropping $100. Probably the same thing for UFC.
So, okay, riddle me this, Ghost Rider.
Okay,
$69.99 on a 2-day PLE. Does that give me both nights?
I don't know. Does it? These are questions that are eventually going to have to be answered. And
are they going to take a page of TK's book and do a 2-pack Shakur?
They may have to. If you're going to charge people $30 a month to subscribe to an over-the-top platform,
bruh, you will not piss on my head and tell me that it's raining. I'm
just saying, like, I understand everybody's trying to get money, but this is starting to get egregious. So if you start playing that game enough,
I hate the fact that in this day and age of technology, and as advanced as you and I are outliers in this who fall into the line of not increasing our monthly spending behind this move.
Yeah,
because this morning we sure thought, based on previous experience, that we're about to increase our monthly spending just to get our entertainment fixed and be able to provide content for the pencil pushers.
And again, because for us it's a tax write-off.
But because we don't, we thank you.
Yeah, we're greatly appreciative if this doesn't cause any additional spending. However, because we know the parties involved, we know at some point there will be something you have to pay for. I would advise those parties be careful what you make people pay for and how much you make them pay, because you are already in the pockets of a lot of people elbow deep.
I got more questions, Suave.
Okay, shoot.
What was the premise of Survivor Series when it first started?
The on-air premise or the real life premise?
Both.
The real life premise was the counter program NWA. The on-air premise was to expand into the pay-per-view space.
To counter program the NWA at what particular time of year specifically?
Holiday.
It was to give the family something to watch during Thanksgiving.
Yes. Now this hasn't been the Thanksgiving tradition in maybe a decade or two, but yes, that's what it started off as. Like Thanksgiving night action.
But it has been held during that during holiday weekend or before or the week before.
Right.
So within a window of a week over the last 10 years, maybe with the exception of one, you've had this PLE, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, around Thanksgiving and having reminders thereof. You want to do 2 nights of this? Now, the litmus test to what Suave is saying is absolutely plausible because they're doing a 40,000 seat outdoor open air stadium
this year,
San Diego this year, one night. So, Suave, put on your executive hat. You're telling me you expect me, and I've done this number already. The average ticket price as it sits right now, which could go up, is $494 for this event.
Mm-hmm.
If I multiply that by 40,000 seats, it's just a hair shy of $20 million on the gate.
For one night.
$40 million for a weekend estimated. For 2 nights. On the busiest shopping weekend of the year in America, are you trying to cancel Christmas?
And my response is that for a lot of people in this position to spend that type of money, this was Christmas anyway. A lot of those, if you're paying 6 bands for ringside seats, chances are you don't have a family situation anyway. You have disposable income.
6 bands is what's available now. I think the window for the 10 band seats has already come and gone.
So, and I'm not saying that to say that the people paying 6 bands don't have the ability to have a family. They just don't have that expense hanging over their head. They're out here trying to live their best life to a certain degree.
Meanwhile, we're seeing signs at WrestleMania that says my wife doesn't know I'm here, or my rent money went to WrestleMania tickets, or something to that effect.
Yeah, they're those signs are funny till you find out they're real.
Because wrestling is a different animal.
So if we're comparing apples to apples, I'll absolutely pay, an extra $10-$20 here or there to not go through that. Because 6 bands for a ringside seat that don't come with a run-in and my own championship belt, I'm sorry.
You get a padded chair that you can't take back on the plane with you.
That you got to ship back via FedEx or UPS. You got
to hope that it makes it because they know what's going in the box. You get the box from them. It ain't like you going to Walmart or Target and boxing up. Hell, you mean?
You see what I'm saying? Like, again, but and to be perfectly honest, I would say for 6 bands, and I know there's like meet and greets that come with some of these packages or whatever. I would say throw in a replica belt, like a replica belt if they're choosing. Like, make this stuff matter. If I'm spending 6 bands, because that's not a $6,000 seat.
Mania, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam.
And Mania is going back to Vegas next year.
Something tells me Royal Rumble is going to be a success in Saudi.
At this point, why wouldn't it be?
So the same way people are traveling over to the United States to take part of a 2-day WrestleMania and staying for a week.
Now that part that's where you have the opportunity for shit to go left.
And you're in the wrong place for debauchery.
You are in the wrong place to try to stand on business that ain't yours.
Whatever that is.
Whatever that may be. Whatever business you plan on standing on that ain't yours, that ain't the place for it.
You might stand on some personal business in your bag. You might make it over there, but you ain't getting far.
You ain't standing on none of that other business at all. Not over there. Because they believe in right now. Okay, stand on it right now.
We love MVP. He won't ever go over there.
Some people just know they know smart business. Like it. For everyone who was mad at CM Punk about going, first of all, most of you adhere to what your job suggests that you do, whether you agree with it or not.
That man is proving himself over and over to be a different version of himself than what he was when he left, because he came from the school of make the business better when you leave than when you came in it.
I came here to make money, not friends. So I guarantee you, for him to have ended up over there, the bag was sweet.
And they know they dropped money from being printed. They know that. But now, looking back in hindsight, he knows it will never happen again. And far be it for him to mess that up for the last time, because you're out of places to go.
Bing bong.
What else can we say? Do we just want to wait this out? Because the questions is so funny. 4 hours ago, we had questions that needed answers. A lot of them got answered during this show.
There's always going to be questions because you have a lot of time before it actually happens. There are going to be things that change. There are going to be money situations that change. Whatever you've been told today may not be true in 2 months.
This new app actually launches August the 21st.
So
with
that's
WWE built into it.
That's the next time you could ask questions.
I had a question for you, Suave.
Shoot.
Can you pull up NYSE?
Hold up, Shouder. NYSE. Yup.
I need to know what the TKO stock price was at opening and what it closed at today on August the 6th.
All right, hold up. Searching Holdings Group. Yes, that's who I'm looking for. Chart.
Giving us a good play-by-play.
All right, looks like we opened at 167.38. And current price 155.61. A dip of $7.84 or 4.8%.
That's nothing. It's just that's what you refer to as market overreaction.
Yes.
A bunch of people who don't have their finger on the pulse don't understand the generational impact that this new app is going to have. Because like I said, I never cared about the ESPN app before now. I go to the website if I need news, but have another app on my phone for me to open up and try to have to remember or store passwords and yada yada yada. That's all well and good. I can go to .com and get exactly what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Now the app makes more sense for me because we're coming up on we're already in the last half of the baseball season. Go Cubs. We also have NFL season about to start. We'll be at the tail end of preseason by the 21st. Now, also, we'll have WWE part of the new ESPN app. So just to see the navigation and availability and the products that they're going to launch with, it would behoove me to have this app to deliver to you, Pencil Pusher, what the experience is like. Now, Suave, what else should we also take a look at August the 21st and or 22nd?
Besides the price of the stock?
That's all we should be looking at.
So anything that happened today, like you're saying, market overreaction, people just making angry decisions. Oh, I don't want to have to pay for this. I'm going to sell my stock. Yeah, okay.
Dummy.
Right. Because
now buy it back at this price.
That part. So now whatever you did come up on, you
did good. I'm sure because you probably bought it in the double digits. So you did good.
I am not a financial expert. I do not declare that I'm giving financial advice. I wouldn't panic in going one way or the other unless the stock drops below 100.
Or unless you think it was one way
and
it's really
the other
way.
So if the stock gets close to 100, buy. If that's what you own. If you feel like you're panicking a little too much, once it gets to about 100, get out.
We don't want you over here anyway.
I'm doubling down. If for any reason this stock ends up at $100 this year, I'm doubling down. I swear I am, because I'm finna retire.
For your benefit, I hope it's a split that gets it to that.
Not
a decrease.
Facts. Facts.
And for you,
I won't tell you that I came up, but there will be signs.
And for you yahoos that don't really understand what a stock split is, let's just say 2 became 4, 4 became 8.
Shout out to Jeezy and Frank Lucas.
Yeah. Hey.
I don't care if you put a dog collar on it and call it blue dog shit. Just don't let me get you out here infringing.
Speaking of Triple Mania, Triple A.
Wow, I see what you did there, and that is that is top tier. That is top tier debauchery right there.
Yeah, buddy.
Good God.
Yeah. Judgment Day and Mystery Iguana taking on Nino and Burguesa and Lola Vice. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Judgment Day is taking on Mystery Iguana and Nino and Burguesa and Lola Vice. My bad. And then you also have the AAA Mega Campeon in a fatal 4-way match featuring one of many El Gran Americanos, Dominic Mysterio.
Of them now. So who's the third? So now it's Kaiser, it's what looks like Pete Dunne, and then I heard somebody say Tyler Bate, but Tyler Bate is short enough you can always tell when it's him.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I would think.
Like El Grande Americanos become the new Doink.
Which is whack.
Unless you're going to form a super squad of El Grande Americanos, I don't even know what the point to this joke is.
Let's not do a Survivor Series classic elimination style tag team match with nothing but El Grande Americanos. Because you're going to end up having Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro, and Hijo del El Grande Americano.
But that's the kind of nonsense I feel like we're heading towards. Look at the booking we got at SummerSlam. You don't think they wouldn't do that?
You might get El Hijo del Alberto del Rio.
Hell you doing?
Dominic Mysterio, El Grande Americano, Dragon Lee versus Hijo del Vikingo for the AAA Mega Championship. Also,
I swear I want Dom to win. I
do too. I
swear I really want Dom. International Dirty Dom has to be a thing.
Hey, multi-channel Dom was already a good thing when he was
multi-channel Dom.
When he was a North American champion.
Yeah. International Dom has to be a thing.
Yeah. Especially with Pops down there too. Pops and Godfather down there too.
Dose Belts Dom. I need it to happen. Dose Belts Dom. Let's get it. Nuggies.
Let's see here.
That man got a Wingstop commercial out of that. Shout out to the Nuggies.
Cinturón Dos. La Correa Dos Correas Dom. Dos Correas Dom.
I can see the shirts now. Greatest Mysterio of all time.
Dos Cintos Dom.
The Jamote.
Not the Jamote.
Yeah, the Jamote.
Show at brokenpencilbc.com, brokenpencilbc@gmail.com, at brokenpencilbc on all things social, at brokenpencilbc on what?
Everything.
Everything and
everything.
Suave, take him to the house, bro.
Tony Khan, I want you to listen very closely because this is for you. We spent a lot of time talking about WWE today, and that's just because there's a lot of news going on. But if you see the chinks in the armor and you recognize what's been going on as of late, you have not had a better chance to act and grab part of the market share since 2019.
That window wide open.
I would implore you, whatever you have going on with Max, go back to the table and figure out how to get your pay-per-views on Max.
Fix that shit, cuz.
Even if it has to be $10, $20 extra for what people are already paying, it's better than what's going on now. And I know you have a lot of different hats and a lot of different fires.
Damn that, cuz. Make them pay you.
Max needs that content because
make them pay you for that content, cuz. You got the content.
I'm not expecting you to change your product. I'm not asking you to change your product. It is what it is. It fits the niche that it fits.
That's right.
To grow your segment of the market share.
Yeah.
I need you to handle things with some urgency because you have an opportunity right now. People are unhappy.
Don't be like your father. Be better than your father. Your father's a good man.
People are unhappy right now.
Nah, we see this.
You see people making those faces at their screens. People are unhappy right now. Capitalize on it. Because the more places that are available for talent to work, the better for everybody involved.
Show you right.
Pencil pushers, like, rate, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell that friend to tell a friend, and then
tell that friend to tell TK, and then
tell that friend
again.
Heads up, pencils down.
Hey, dog.
Yeah. Bring it back. Tell a DJ 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 bring it back.
Whole lot of fucking gang shit.